All right, everyone. So you guys finished this worksheet. It should look absolutely flawless, not like mine. I would have went and fixed all of these extra lines and smeared it in. So last time I made you guys promise not to smear with your finger. Your finger is full of oils and it doesn't smear very nicely. But today I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. So today I am going to let you blend, but I'm still not going to let you blend with your finger, okay? I'm going to let you blend with a blending stick, or wrap your finger in a tissue paper and blend with your finger. So you always want to blend from the lightest and go to the dark. So if I'm blending, here's the problem. People spend all this time going in the direction of their sphere when they color it with their pencil. But then they take this and they go, and then they lose all of that. So when I'm doing this, I'm still going, do you see how nicely that's going? In the direction of my sphere. Okay, I'm still curving. Obviously, if I had finished this, I would have done that, right? Now that I see this, I probably could add some more stuff. Like right here, I blended too much, and I want to get my pure white back. So I'm going to go back in there and get my pure white, right? And this pencil doesn't get that dark, right? So I have a special pencil here. This is a B6 pencil, and it's a professional drawing pencil that you guys get to use, but they're expensive. So they're usually blue, and they usually have a little piece of tape on them to remind people not to take them from me, because I only have like a class set, and if they disappear, I won't have them anymore. So this pencil, I call the magic finishing pencil, because at the end, I can get really, really dark. And then blend that in. And I couldn't get this dark with my regular number 2 pencil, but I can get this dark really easily. So I don't need it all over, so I don't introduce it to you guys until later, because otherwise you guys go crazy with it. So again, blending in the direction, going like this. So now hopefully I'm having a whole bunch of different values. I have pure white, a little bit darker, a little bit darker, a little bit darker, and way, way dark, okay? So my favorite way to blend is using a paper towel. However, you guys can use what is called a blending stick. So you can go over here. So I'm just going to do it on here and go this way and start to blend it all together. It's starting to look all nice and pretty. Okay. If this gets dirty, just go to a scrap piece of paper and go like this, and you can clean it off. So again, do the lightest and then slowly, 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 slowly go over here. Okay. Obviously, I would have done this better if it were something I was going to hand in. Clean up your edges, right? So this is how you blend. This is a magic finishing pencil that will give you nice, nice darks. Woo, look at that dark, okay? So some of you are going to want to go back in and put these darks in, because after you blended, it just looked like one middle value. So some of you are going to need this nice dark in there. Also, some of you might want to come down here to your value scale and give yourself a nice dark at the end, so that you have 2 more parts to your value scale. So what are you going to do with this new knowledge? You're already done with this worksheet. Now you're going to go on to this worksheet. So you're basically doing the cup and apple. All right, so the cup and apple is already drawn for you, because this is a lesson on shading and value. This is not a lesson on drawing things perfectly. So it's already drawn for you. So you have to look really close at this and find all the tiny, subtle little differences, okay? So can you guys tell the difference between this color and the color right next to it? Probably, right? Can you tell the difference between this color and this color? And then this color and this color? They're subtle, right? But they're still differences. This is like your test. I'm going to test you to see if you can see the different colors, and if you can make your hand do what your eyes and your brain want your hand to do, okay? Do you see right along the edge here? It's light, okay? And then this is a different color or shade than right here. I want to see that you can see that. Okay, I want to see that you see this white little thing here. I want to see that you see the different values on this ledge here. I want to see that you see that this right here is a different value than this. This is a different value than this. All right, so I want to see those in your cup and apple drawing. Now here's a trick for you. If you take a scrap piece of paper and you get some nice darks on there, okay, you can take your blending tool, get it nice and dirty, right? And you can use that to do some shading and value. So I can automatically come on here and start to put this on. I'm not going to get much from this, okay, but I can do some, right? So I can put a start on here, and then, because I can't get much darker, right, it's kind of going to just be a middle value. And I know that I see this same kind of value over here. It comes over here, right? And I can take this and I can blend it in a little bit more. Or I can take this, I really like to do this, right? Get this one dirty. And I can also take and put that over here and add value over here that way. Being very mindful about where I put it, making sure that it's the right direction so that the apples, like the apple's going like this, right? So I also want to do my shading like that so it looks nice and round. So this is a way to put quick shading in some areas. Now if you go berserk and you shade too much, remember your eraser is just as important as your pencil. So if you put something in and you don't want it or you need it bright white, just go back in there and erase with your pencil, all right? So, however, I like to go in right with my pencil and do the shading. Like I know right here is nice and dark. So I'm gonna come right here, right? And I'm going to shade out, and it kind of looks like it goes into kind of like a triangle almost. Do you guys see this triangle right here? Okay, so I'm gonna put that in there, and then when I'm done, I'm going to blend it in. Don't want to get rid of it because I still want it to look like a triangle, right? This is too dirty, so I'm gonna go over here and clean it off a little bit. Come over here, work my way back in to my edges, right? So I like to go in and draw as much as I like to go in with my blending tool. So sometimes I'll just go right in there and put it right in. Right? And then I can either blend my sides this way, or I can come in and blend it this way. Right? Do you see how you're starting to see the 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, just like here, 1, 2, 3, right? So you have different ways to add the values. You can go right in with the pencil, or you can smear with a dirty smudge on it, or you can do what I do, and I do both, right? Please, please, please make sure you go the direction of the apple. So sometimes I like to go in there, give myself these directions, and then I color and shade in these directions. Because as you can tell in the apple, it's very obvious. That goes that way, this goes this way, this goes this way. So this blends this way, all right? So that's what you're doing. This is like your test to move on to the actual assignment. So remember your pure black pencil, your blending stick, and a paper towel. Good luck.